Yes, people, welcome back to another episode on Gunners Street. If you like anything Arsenal related, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join the family for all Arsenal news. Help me on the road to 2,000 subscribers, as all your love and support helps me on that journey. So hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. As to be honest, we're talking about something that I really didn't think I'd be talking about at this point in the summer, and that's the potential of Thomas Partey departing on a free transfer from Arsenal this summer. Now, when Jorginho was linked to leave the club and officially confirmed, and Partey's deal was set to be up at the end of the season, I always said they can't lose both of them in the same season. I've always been one saying, if we're gonna lose Jorginho, and that's inevitable, you have to keep Thomas Partey. Now, let me tell you why. Thomas Partey, especially in this Arteta system, plays in probably one of the most important positions, and that's the connection between defense and our attack. Something that when he's not there, as seen in the PSG game and others across this season, we can struggle. Thomas Partey this season has been one of our standout players, especially in that position, controlling so many games for us. When we were at our attacking best, Thomas Partey is at the base of midfield, helping so much with passing the ball through midfield, breaking lines, ball carrying. But with the introduction of Zubimendi coming in this summer, Thomas Partey will move to the bench. And with him looking to get more years on his deal, looking for a 2-year extension by all reports, and a slight pay increase, I see both sides to the argument. I see why Arsenal won't want to re-sign a player who, for majority of his Arsenal tenure, hasn't really been fit enough to deserve a new deal. And when he's played, yes, he has been absolutely quality. And I'll say that, I'll hold my hands up. Thomas Partey is one of my favorite players to watch in this squad. A quality midfielder. He might go to Barcelona, and I think that would definitely improve a Barcelona squad. But if you ask me, I don't think for the conditions of Arsenal, that deal really makes sense. See why from Arsenal's perspective, they won't want to do that deal. You're gonna pay what, over 200k a week for someone who's gonna sit on the bench for 2 years, more than likely. It's always good to have options, and I'm the advocate of that. That's why when people are making their buy and sell videos, I'm the one saying, nah, what are we talking about? I think we add to the squad more than sell. The depth of the squad was always the issue. Losing players is definitely not what we need when we see Arsenal still this slow this summer to sign players and bring players in. Losing players is one thing we definitely don't need to be doing right now, especially crucial players in crucial positions like Thomas Partey. But the future of Thomas Partey seems to be one that everyone is talking about now that this news has dropped. KP, friend of the show, and also a lot of other aggregators out there have been talking about Agume from Sevilla, a young, talented 23-year-old defensive midfielder who can replace Thomas Partey in certain aspects in terms of having the tangible abilities to do what Partey is capable of doing. Also, his defensive stats look really, really good on when you check FB Ref. Watching the player in clips, he seems like a really, really talented player. People have done different breakdowns and various different breakdowns on this player, so you guys can go and check that. For me, my position is more about reinventing this midfield. For weeks now, I've been talking about Arsenal addressing creativity issues and the future of a Fabio Vieira and the future of others in this Arsenal midfield. But I think when you have a player like Zubimendi coming in, you have Declan Rice, you have even Mikel Moreno, who has proven that he can play good in attacking positions as well as maybe a potential defensive midfielder option if we need to. When you look at Miles Lewis-Skelly, who plays left back, who was brought through the Arsenal academy, playing in defensive midfield. When you move Calafiori out there, you maybe move another one of our fullbacks out there and play Lewis-Skelly in the midfield as an option. I think you're looking at having to reinvent this midfield. And I say this, Arsenal's problems are not only just in the striker, not only just in a winger, not only just in scoring goals, but creating them is a big, big issue. I think some of our best moments this season came when Lewis-Skelly was driving at people's defense, breaking the lines with clinical through balls. So many times this season I've seen him do that. And so many times when he doesn't do that, we suffer. I think with Zubimendi coming in, he's going to be a player that's going to dictate the midfield. I've seen him for Spain. He's absolutely brilliant in terms of getting the wingers on the ball early, breaking the line with penetration, whether that's his ball carrying or his passing. Zubimendi is going to be someone that is going to reinvent this midfield. But we need attacking players in the attacking sense. Maybe Odegaard becomes the left 8. Maybe Waneri gets a chance now as a 10. Some of our main woes last season, it came down to just not moving the ball quick enough in attacking areas, not creating those chances, not really being relentless. I said to KP multiple times at the back end of last season, when we were going, especially in the Champions League semi-final, I said, listen, if you go up against PSG in the second leg, needing to get 2 goals, even if we play the final against the Barcelona or whoever, and we needed to score 2-3 goals in the final, do you think we're doing that? On one hand, you can say, yes, the evidence has been there. Yes, we're a good team. And I'm not saying that to say we're a bad creative team at all. We scored 91 goals in the Premier League alone in the season prior. I'm saying this to say the drop-off is absolutely significant. And a lot of our games were still bore draws. Arsenal need to address the creative midfield issue. And it's something Mikel Arteta knows himself. My concern is, how will we move this window? I've seen multiple links about Morgan Rogers. Eze is something that the fans want. You see Semenyo, something else that the fans want. There are options out there to get. Definitely options out there to get. But again, what do we do now? A lot of the Arsenal news has been quiet this summer. There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of fan theories. But this is no longer a fan theory. Thomas Partey is set to leave the club. And it's one that Arteta and the fans should be looking at with caution. That could come back to bite us if we don't resolve our midfield in very quick time. The start we have to the season after the Premier League fixture dropped yesterday is just a difficult start. You have Man United away, Liverpool away in the first couple of games. You also have City at home, Newcastle away, I think. Then you have newly promoted Leeds at home. You should be getting points there, but you never know. Even though I think we'll dominate. But those are difficult games. I am one to think that Arsenal, fully healthy, getting those signings in early, can come out of those games and have a stellar record, be undefeated. But also on the other hand, if we don't get business done early, and we don't address certain positions, and we don't address the main issues of the squad, especially now that you have 2 important players from last season, veteran status in Parte, in Jorginho, in arguably the most important position on the pitch when you look at Man City, what happened when they lost Rodri. I think this is a big blow for the Arsenal if Thomas Partey doesn't come back. I see why both sides don't do this deal. I absolutely do. But the attention and how we address this situation is crucial to our squad moving forward. It's going to be something that we should watch, and it's going to be very, very interesting. But if you like anything Arsenal related, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as I keep you up to date with all Arsenal news. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so if you like anything Arsenal, you want to show some love and support, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and help me on the journey to 2K subs. Thank you for all your love and support, people, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.